Hi everybody, it's Julie and I am here with our mini challenge in the challenge number 4. And we are going to use items on our desk to make a journal that we can gift to someone or use it for something that, for a reason that we want to journal for ourselves. So I happen to have this gift bag that I thought would be a great cover. And so we are going to go ahead and use that. And let's see. And we're going to use it as it is. And we're going to do this as quick as we can. I still have tassel stuff on the desk, so we'll be using that. And let's see, if we go up, that's 8.5, that's 9. Okay. So, and then how wide is it? It is 10 inches wide. So I think we can make it whatever size we want. It's just that the thing is that if we do 9, then we can use the 8.5 by 11. And, well, you know what? It's going to be too hard to cut this. So, let's see where... Oh, look it. I can do that. Okay, we go to 9. Let's see if we can push this down. Not quite. So we're gonna have to cut papers, you guys. And so in that case, you know, one of the sizes I really like is the 7.5. So that's where we're going to go. So we are going to cut this at 7.5 inches. Okay, we're going to cut it across 7.5 inches. And we still have all this great pieces that we'll be able to use as well. And, okay, so we're going to save that. So this is going to be our cover. Let's go ahead and fold it. Okay. Okay, so we have left the top of the gift bag. Okay, I am going to do that. I am going to go ahead and come down and clean this off. Now, I can go ahead and leave this edge, and that can be, or this, we can cut it and it can be a tag. I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll cut this. I mean, it can either be a border or a tag, but we'll be able to use it for something. Okay, so I want you to use things that are on your desk or around your desk that, and this one, I'm going to go ahead and come all the way over and keep the whole rose, even though it's going to have a bend in it. Okay, so there. Okay, so there and there. This needs a little bit more cleaned off. Okay, there we go. I like the beginning. I like the beginning. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and get our measurements again. What did we end up with? We ended up with, if we could put that right on there, 7.5 by 5. Okay, so these are going to be pieces that we're going to be able to use. I can put them right up there. I think that we can use some of our wrapping paper. Let me make sure there's not one already open. There is. Okay. So just trying to use what's on the table or around the area, the work area. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cut this down. Just so that it's easier to work with. Okay. It needs to be less than 10 or, yeah, less than 10 this way. And it is, no problem. Okay, so let's go ahead and okay, so that'll give me a page. That'll give me a page. Okay, so we're just going to go through and we're going to give ourselves between 12, 17 pages. Okay, so I'm thinking that we can go ahead and clean that up. This at 7 inches, cut this off, and then, okay, this needs to be cut just a little bit. If I come down here, okay, so that, I'm cutting that off. This is less than 5. This is more than 5. I need to clean up this edge, and then we're going to fold it and make it a flip. Okay. And we'll just fold this in. Okay, so that gives us that page. And this page. Okay. I'm going to cut this at 7. And I'm going to measure this. It's just under 10. So if I cut a couple squares off, make sure we're straight. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so that can get folded. Okay, so we're going to go down here. I want this page. I'm going to cut this off up here. And then I want the whole page. So 7, we'll cut it at 7 inches. And this way we're under 10. So we'll just go ahead and fold this page. Actually, we'll just put these over and we'll fold them when we've got this thing out of the way. Okay, so We know that this weighs 8.5. So if we go ahead and cut this down to 7. Okay, we need to... Did I remember to say welcome to the messy desk? So if you are curious as to what is a mini challenge in the challenge, I host a okay, here I'm going to go ahead and do a pocket. Okay, so I'm going to just mark it so that it has the mark for the pocket, and then we're going to pull it up. So each month I host a junk journal challenge, and we have a variety of things that we need to do for that challenge. And okay, so this is under 10, and we can go ahead and fold this. So again, each month I host this challenge, and then each week we do a mini challenge, because sometimes life happens and people are not able to do the whole challenge, or maybe they're not ready to do a whole challenge. And so I came up with the mini challenge in the challenge, and it works really well. It's lots of fun. And so down here I have some of the 1919 girls, and if I cut them at 7, so I think if we go ahead and cut the border off the top. Okay, so the mini challenge and the challenge is separate from the big challenge. You can do just mini challenges. You can do the big challenge and not the mini challenge. So just a little FYI there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut this. So this is from the 1919 French Fashionista digital kit. And I had a couple of the pages left. And I was like, well, I can stick those in here because they go along with that rose. And I just happen to have this one that when I went to print it, it printed wrong. So that'll work. So I think we've got a pretty good array of papers here. And so making a journal using things that are right around your area. If you're brand new, you might not have as much stuff right around your area, but you can use stuff from wherever. We do have a nice piece of coffee dyed paper, and look, it's big enough to have a pocket. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll do the pocket. So what I'm doing is I'm moving it up. I've marked it. I'm moving it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure it's straight with the edge there, and then come across and fold it down. Okay, now I'll fold this in a minute. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have this, and you know what, I think we're good on pockets. So I think I'm gonna make this be a fold out thingy. Okay, so but we're gonna have to cut it down because it needs to be 7 inches. So let's go ahead and, okay, so I cut my papers at 7 inches and 10 or under. is how I did for this. And we do have one more coffee dyed paper. Let's go ahead and we'll cut that to the 7. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Now let's go ahead and start folding. Okay, so this will go in the journal like that. Find our cover. Okay, so I'm thinking one side. Actually, this one, let's go ahead, fold it in half, and then fold it in half, okay? So it'll be like it'll be a fold out. How creative is that? It'll be a fold out, a flip out fold out. Okay, so this one will flip and so will this, okay? Okay, so these need to be folded, and what I do with these is this one, if she's going to be inside, then I will fold on her side of the line, okay? And then I'll fold this one on her side of the line. Okay, and this will go like this. So let's go ahead and we'll just put it right here, and that way we already know that that's how that's supposed to go. Okay, so you'll have her, or you know what? Okay, so you'll have her, and then you'll have her. Okay, so you get that flip. Okay, so now let's go with okay, so we're just going to put a variety of papers together. Remember, we have this envelope, which might be kind of cool around that. And let's go ahead and fold these. This one's a fold in half. Okay, and this one's a fold in half. And this one was under 10, so we can fold it in half. So you can see we have a variety of sizes. So this is two pages of the same thing. Sometimes I like to have writing pages that are the same thing together. This is from inside of a book. Again, it was hanging out here. Okay, so this has a large pocket. I do like large pockets. I like pockets, and I cannot lie. Okay, so there's that. Now this one needs to be within the size. Okay, so if we put this down, pull it over just a little bit, and mark it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that. And then I can come over here and pull this side in. Okay. So then we have these. Okay, so we have our pretty papers. These two. We have a couple of pink. Some plain. Some graph and ledger. We have this. So kind of getting your colors together, but I do want to remember to put this. I'm going to put those together. Okay. And, okay, and then we have this. And, okay, I think that's kind of cool to have it right there with the pink. And come down here. Kind of funny how the coffee dyed paper sometimes will have a mind of its own. Lots of flip outs in this one. Okay, so that gives you okay, and okay, so if I were to open this, I think she might be kind of cool to have be what you see when you open it, when you first open. And so I'm going to go ahead and we have a flip, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the big paper. Are we still within? Yes, we are. Okay. There's that. Okay, and then maybe the envelope, which ends up being still within. Go with the girls. Okay, I like the pink paper. This was in my mom's stuff. Now I'm going to go ahead, and because the bottom always ends up really full with things, I'm going to put these up high. I think we'll go with pink, and then okay, so it'll go pink, and then that. I'm almost liking the idea of these, and then, okay, so maybe okay, so these are the papers that are alike, and then we pull that, and okay, so we pull this, and we've got that opening, that we have a pocket in the envelope. We have this. We have our book page. We still have these two. So I'm thinking we'll put this one in the center. Okay, so I need to turn it the other way. Okay, so that'll give us that. And okay, we're going to go with that, this, we have this flip, this graph paper. This is a lot of pages, as usual. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, and you guys, I'm good with that. Now, I think I want something inside the center of the journal here. So I'm going to look at my stuff that's really close around my area here. And I think I am just going to use a piece of the children's paper. Okay, so I just need to cut that, what, 7.5 by 10? Guess I should measure just in case, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew around the outside. You do not need to, but I am going to just because I can, and that'll help close it up. So we are at 7.5. I'm just, you know, it's like measure 10 times before you cut. Okay, so 7.5. And 10. Okay, so there we go, 7.5 by 10. So you want to use a variety of papers. I want you to use things that you would consider to be scraps, okay? And the scrap being that these are the papers that were left in the bucket for making this journal, making my May Mayhem journal. These were the papers that were left over. Okay. Okay, now there's a couple things we could do here. We literally could put, I don't know, we could put our journal inside here, and these could hold the pages down. We could use these like kind of like bookmarks. I kind of like that idea of using those like they are a bookmark. So that, just so you know, that's probably what I'm going to do here. So I just need to make sure that I am okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I'm still going to sew, okay? I'm just going to do this a little different than what I thought I was going to do. I'm going to leave those flaps. So I want you to experiment and do something that's different from what you would normally do. So for me, these flaps are definitely something different than what I normally do. Okay. So I can just put this in here. But I am I am going to sew it. Okay, so bring this side over. Okay, now let's go ahead, make sure that that is really, okay. Okay, so there we have that. Now, since we have that, we can go ahead and put a pocket on the inside here. Maybe, maybe we could have left one side of this in. Okay, so we can go ahead and put that . Okay, so sewing that, let's see, what do we have over on this side? Look, we've got this . Everything's just a little bit too small. Of course, we could go ahead and cut this a little. That's what we'll do. We're going to put the coffee dyed paper here on the front side. Okay, so 12 to 20 papers that are leftovers. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be scraps, but you know, say you have a box from a previous journal or something that you're working on, you're going to grab things out of that or out of your scrap box, and you're going to put together pages and make a journal. They don't even need to all match, okay? Your pages don't even need to all match. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and cut that piece off. And it'll be great. I'll be able to make homemade or homemade paper washi out of that piece. It's perfect size for that. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go sew this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I have it is all stitched, so you might want to go ahead and cut your strings. I love the way that I love the way this size feels. Okay, so there we have, this is our cover. Now I have this that's just sitting here looking for a place to go, And I could put her on the cover, but I'm not going to because I really do like that. And in case this ends up being like a purse journal, then you know, we don't want it to take up extra. Okay, so we have our pages, and okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and sew this in. And so really, really simply, go ahead and grab my crochet thread. 1, 2, 3, and a little, because I like to put things on the ends usually. Grab my special easy to thread needle and go ahead. Okay, so 12 to 20 pages of things that are around your area, or that from the journal that you've finished. We would consider it scraps. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go ahead and try and find some. The binding kit is still packed. The craft box is still packed from my weekend, and I took stuff and I didn't craft. But I had a blast. I played solitaire. I did a crossword puzzle. I looked at magazines. I wrote and drew and did stuff in my garden journal. And well, and the thing is it was our first trip to the cabin for the year. So normally I just, you know, I open the cabin, get everything cleaned and everything, but I was really struggling with allergies, so the first 2 days I just existed, but I rested, and that's probably what I needed anyway. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I'm not even going to measure. Go ahead and do that one there. Come down and put one down here. And come up and put one up here. Sometimes it's easier to go ahead and turn. I use a push pin as my pokey tool, and that's just because, as you've heard me say a million times, I have issues with my thumb, and I can control that pin and hold it. I didn't put any insurance on here because it's just a single signature. Insurance is when I put a paper clip on here so that it doesn't come through. Okay. Come back through. And up through the bottom one. Okay. Then I'm going to come up and go through here, and that's how I'm going to get it tight, because I went up through there, and I can hold this tight. Okay. Okay, so that is my little journal so far, and I am going to want to use the rest of the gift bag, and so I will be adding that and using that to make this up. So the challenge is use something unusual for your cover. Okay, so something unusual for your cover. 12 to 20 papers and items from around your work area that are different. And that you would be considering that you are using up space. Okay, so that is the mini challenge in the challenge number 4. I believe it's number 4. Whatever, it's the next one. Okay, and we will have a number 5, and that will be the second part of this journal. And I will go ahead and I'm going to make that video right now, and it will play before the end of the month. Okay, so it will be, it gives us an extra mini challenge, but it gives us this little journal that we will have made. So your dimensions are something different than what you normally do. Okay, so not your usual 9x6. We want it to be different. Okay, your cover is something unexpected. These are the parameters. Your cover is something unexpected. Now, if you haven't ever done a like a table, a placemat, or something like that as your cover, then that would be, that would be something unexpected, something different. An envelope, if you've never done that. Okay, so you see what a great size this is. So mine ended up 5 by 7.5, and my pages on the inside are under 10. Okay, so under 10 this way and 7 this way. And I might end up cutting my envelopes. We'll see. Okay, so mini challenge in the challenge. Cover that is different. Different size. And 12 to 20 pages of extra papers or scrap papers that you have left over. And I cannot wait to see what you come up with. And the deadline for this is May the 31st. Okay, so the deadline for this will be May 31st. And you will post your finished journal. So you only have to have it this far. And you post it in the May Mayhem 2020 Junk Journal Challenge under Mini Challenge in the Challenge number 4. Post your picture there. And I can't wait to see it. So, if you are here for the premiere, hi, hello, welcome. I'm really glad you're here. If you're brand new to the channel, I'm Julie, and I am really glad that you're here. And we get together every day at 10:30 and at 4 on weekdays. And so we would love to have you hang out with us. If you are new or here in the premiere, make sure you say hi in the chat so that we can welcome you. Find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe. Watch one of these videos because YouTube really likes that and it really helps my channel. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.